Hi guys, it's Ed again. Just doing some overnight action. I got up, couldn't sleep. I wanted to look at what the London session was going to do. So I turned on my chart and, I'm looking at, say for example, I'm just looking at, what am I looking at? Right here, okay? I can scroll back. There's midnight open right there. And what do I see? I see value area low right here. I see today's low right here. I see pins. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 pins. Actually, I was in right around here. So going long at the Globex open block at the end of the block here, which would have been value area low 82.69, and just wait for it to pull back. Here it goes. Don't move your stop to break even too quick because you're going to get eaten. So as I keep telling people, do not move your stop loss to break even too quick. It will, be in your detriment. Now, right there, see the bottom of that candle right there? There's where today's low was. Boom. It retested this area down here. Let's draw a box. There you go. Well, that's fine. It retested this area right down here, right across there. Retest, and then nothing happened. Well, this probably goes a little further up. I'll just go to the value area low. There. Okay. So you've got a little block here. Retest. Right? What happens? It's probably going to go up. Okay. I don't have a volume analysis on here to look at that. I would guess that there was a fair bit of volume and then it was weakening, coming down, and then finally, everybody just kind of gave up. And there's your pin right there. There's your pin that says we're going up. Retesting that area pin. Okay. So what am I looking at? I'm looking at there's my Globex open block. If I was waiting for a breakout, I don't like breakout trading. Everybody who knows me knows that because it doesn't get you in and it pulls you back and you have to keep your stop losses way back and all that. So I like tight stop losses. So so your Asian open block is basically within this guy, right? Sorry, the Asian open block is within Globex, right? So what you're looking for, if you were a breakout trader, you'd be looking for a breakout to the upside or the downside to make your move. Well, why didn't it break out to the downside? Well, let's look at this. See where VPOC is on that guy at, at 1800. Basically VPOC started shifting down. So at this point in time, it was up above this guy, so it's pushing down. Where's VWAP? VWAP is basically down here. It came down and it's fiddling around. It's changing from green to red. If you can see it from behind there. Green to red. If you took everything off this chart and just put VWAP on there, you could see the green to red, which basically means we're in chop. Okay, you don't want to trade that unless you're scalping. Now, if you're scalping, you could go from, hit value area high, 10 ticks down, okay? Value area low right there, 10 ticks up. Value area high, 10 ticks down. Value area low, 10 ticks up. So you're looking at, 10 or 15 ticks up, you've made $500. You'd have to sit through all this, but you would have made $500 just playing the value area high, value area low game. And I've been known to do that overnight, but I'm married now, so I can't do that. Can't stay up all night and play with these, these little rotations that are bounded by value area high, value area low. Well, what happened here is we shifted down, right? We didn't shift all the way down, right? We just shifted down here and it just kind of sat there, right? It didn't come all the way down and then price immediately come all the way up. It's still pushed down, which tells me, okay, if I don't see this VPOC all the way down at the bottom of this sucker, I'm looking at, we're going to do retest. If the VPOC was all the way down here at the bottom of Globex, if it shifted down to like right above value area low, I would expect that this thing would just go crazy and just buy to the upside. So if you're not trading this choppy chop, it's like, what, 15 ticks back and forth, 69, 79. Yeah, you're looking at like, you could scalp that for 10 ticks, 10 ticks up, back and forth. Of course, On the retest, you wouldn't, or on the breakout trade, you wouldn't have got it. But you're looking down here for an entry. You're looking down here for an entry, right? So you're looking down here, down here, down here, and all of a sudden, every time it comes down here, it comes down here and just bounces off, right? Now you get a pin right there. Man, that's a beautiful pin. Next, what happens next? You're above VPOC, right? You get an arrow, you get a the KS and the TS indicator, both. Now all of a sudden they turn green. So you're looking for, they turn green on that bar. So you're a little ways away from the bottom, but at least you're in trend. At least you know you're in trend, because what had happened before was it just went kind of back and forth and back and forth. You had the cross to the downside, then you had the push to the upside, then you had to push to the downside, and like I said, you could play that chop for 10 ticks a piece, but you're going to miss the big move, the bigger. And every chart I get, I'm looking at this the Keachinson line right here, the baseline. It's basically I'm looking for that in conjunction with a VPOC to say, okay, fine, we're going to go up or down or whatever. Saw that shift, we were upward biased. There's VPOC changing, VWAP, the daily VWAP, changing back and forth and back and forth. And I'm just looking for that thing to shift up and go up. So anywhere in here is fine. If you catch it down here, great. I caught it when it came down here into this zone. I went in and had a resting order that's been sitting there since right there. As soon as I saw this VPOC shift down, I put a resting order back down here in this zone, somewhere down here, somewhere. It was right after that value area low. Value area low formed, retested. So I put a resting order right here to buy, and here we go to the upside. So you could have bought here in this zone. You could have bought when it came up above VPOC. You could have came up above VWAP, and boop, boop, boop. It retest, retest, retest. And Forrest Cat wants to say hi to everybody. Hi, Forrest. Yeah, Forrest says hi to everybody. Hi, Forrest. How are you, buddy? He's my keyboard, my dancing keyboard cat. So I have to turn the keyboard off whenever he comes around, because he will literally dance on the keyboard. Okay, so what are you seeing? The TS line is flattened out. Okay, we're still biased upside, right? The KS line is right there. I've calculated from today's low, pit close. I got a target somewhere up in here, okay, 83.30 for the long move. Hi, Forrest. Hi, buddy. So he's going to help me trade today, I guess. So you pinned off today's high, 83.17. I don't know if that was a level. I hadn't done any level calculations at all. I've been sick the past couple of days, like the past 3 days. So I'm just now getting better. My stomach is just now getting better. So anyway, enough about me. So you're looking for potential targets when you break out of these zones. You're looking for potential targets double that, right? Well, what was double that? Interestingly enough, if you do this, if you take Globex open block, and right there, wow, look at that. That's 83.06. That was the previous value area high, right? Hi, buddy. That was a previous value area high. So, and he's making a, thank you very much. He's making a mess of my desk. Cats, gotta love them. What can I say? So now we're into the 4 a.m. bond auction. Sometimes the 4 a.m. bond auction will produce a reversal. Most often it doesn't. Well, I'm not going to say most often, but there's days that it does and days that it does not. So I'd be waiting for the 8 a.m. I'd be waiting for this thing, to work its way up, and then the 8 a.m. bond auction produce a sell. So I'm, kind of hanging out for. I'm not hanging out for that. I'm going to go back to bed. But I did want to show you guys what was going on and why you wanted to go. Why you wanted to go along here. Here was the last gasp of the sellers, and then the London open block was higher than the Globex open block, which was driving everything up. And you're running right across this VPOC, and then VWAP started turning up, and that was the last gasp. So you're above VPOC, you're above VWAP, and there's your KS line right there. It's green. So you're looking for a pullback somewhere in here, and then take off to the upside. And that would have been a really, really good trade. I was not looking for any sells up here. Was not looking for selling. Wasn't looking for anything up here. I started initially. I will be honest. I was initially looking for a sell here, right? But when I'm up here, right, and I started seeing this action down here, it's like, nah, we're not going down. We're going to go back up. So I had a sell. I had a sell in earlier. I can't remember where that was. I had a sell in earlier, and I think it was right around when it let's see. There's Globex open. I think I took it when it crossed below this line. I think because it was right around the 1800 mark. Right as there it is. Right as Globex opened, as it came below, because I was already below this line, right? All I'm doing is like, okay, fine, I'm going to take a short here. Even though it's green, I'm going to take a short here because I'm above right here, right? I'm above this guy, or this is above price action. It started falling, and so I'm looking for something down here. I was hoping for a little bit longer move down here, but looking at this price action, it's like, no, we're not. We're going back up. Anyway, so that's my nickel's worth. What was it, 83.30, I think it was. Right in this area here is what I'm looking. I'm looking at that Globex open. I'm looking at that measured move. I'm looking at somewhere in here Let me extend that. And so I'm looking at somewhere in here for some sort of reaction from this basically Globex measured move. You could do it, from the London open block. You can do it that way. Let's just put it on here just for grins. Okay, here's the London open block, and here's your zone, 83.20, 83.33, 83.24. Somewhere in here, I'd be looking for a reversal trade. Be looking for a reversal somewhere up here. So we'll see how it works. See how things work, and then maybe it comes up here, maybe it blows through it, maybe it doesn't. I could be wrong. Then again, hey, if I get out there, that's from this area here, you're looking at a $500 move to the upside. Anyway, hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys on the other side.